Hey, how's it going? I bet you're wondering, oh, you look snazzy today. Looks all spiffy and, dressed up. With today's video, I kind of want to tell you some of my tips to give you for a great job interview. We'll start with this tip right here. One of the most important tips: be confident when you're going into the interview. Now, you might be asking yourself, Justin, how can I be confident? I'm very nervous. I mean, this is a big thing for me because I could potentially land this job that's going to be the greatest thing in my life, and you're telling me to be confident. How do you do it? Well, some people have built-in confidence. I would like to think, for the most part, I do. Sometimes I'm not always confident, I'll admit, but for the most time, I'm pretty confident. Some people confuse it with cockiness, but it's not cocky, it's confident. But you have to think of yourself in a way that when you go into this interview, you have to go into it and think, you don't want to think, are they going to hire me? Oh God, I'm not good enough. I'm too shaky. I'll screw up all my words. I'm just going to blow it. That's a bad mindset to go into when you're going into an interview. You can't think that. You can't think I'm going to blow it. You have to think to yourself, hey, I'm so-and-so. I am the best thing since sliced bread. But you have to think of yourself in a light that you are awesome, you are amazing, and you're going to be the best thing that this company has ever seen. So that builds your confidence up a bit and lets them know that, hey, this girl guy is pretty sure of him or herself. So why are we not going to hire them? So go in and thinking you're the cock of the walk, you are the alpha male or the alpha female, and just walk in. Now you're going to be nervous. Sometimes you get shaky hands. I know the feeling. I get them every once in a while. But you're going to go in, you're going to shake, you're going to stumble. But you got to just rid yourself of that mindset. Whatever you need to do beforehand, drink some water to calm yourself down. Have a cup of coffee. It might give you the jitters, but I know sometimes caffeine calms people down. You might meditate before you go in. Get yourself in a relaxed state so you can go in and you're not only mellow, but you're confident in yourself, and you can ask questions and you can answer questions and just be the fullest of your ability. One of the main things that I always think about when I'm going into an interview, I don't have the mindset of, hey, oh God, why should this company hire me? I mean, why? I flip the script and I think, why should I pick this company? Why should I go to this establishment and work? What did they offer me? And you kind of flip the script, you kind of turn the table, so to speak, and it makes them see you in a different light, like you're valuable, which you are. But if they're hiring for a position, you've got a ton of other candidates coming in, you've got to have some kind of advantage, and I believe that's an advantage that works for me. It could work for you, maybe not. Another tip: dress to impress. You don't want to go into an interview looking like this. Hey, what's up? I'm here for that interview. Just got out of the gym, so I hope you don't mind me rocking the tank. You want to go into an interview, maybe not, if you don't have a suit, if you get a nice just a nice overcoat, it's really nice. Dress, I don't go full all out. I don't do the whole suit, kit and caboodle. Unless it's for a big corporation. I usually go business casual. I'll have some nice dark jeans on. Shoes are important. You want to wear some nice shoes. Don't wear tennis shoes. I would frown away from that. Get yourself maybe a nice pair of penny loafers or just some nice dress shoe. If you can find yourself like this. This is just a long sleeve shirt. It's nice blue, it's crisp, it looks good. And you throw on this overcoat, boom, you're ready to go. First impressions are everything. Personally, myself, when I meet somebody, first impression, I could tell you right away if I'm going to like them, if they have a good attitude, if I'm going to work well with them. I know all this. Maybe it's just instinctual, but I can tell. So if you dress like a slob and you go in for an interview, you're probably not going to get it because they're going to think, hey, this guy or girl probably is a slob, and they don't even care about coming to the interview looking well dressed. You don't have to be dressed to the nines. Just dress up enough where you look decent. I wouldn't even go decent. I would say where you look good. You don't have to look fancy. You just need to look good and present yourself in a manner, because first impressions are everything. Another tip I'll give, smile and listen. Because if you're smiling and you're listening, they will react to that. You want to definitely listen, because sometimes they'll ask multiple questions in one question. And if you're not listening, and you'll forget about all their questions, you'll be like, blah, 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 or you'll just answer one and then they have to ask again, but what about this? And then you kind of look like an idiot. So you want to make sure you're listening. Listening is key. Smiling, nodding, understanding what they're saying. It's not that hard. Turn off your phone. Don't even bring your phone to an interview. I wouldn't even suggest that. Or turn it on. Vibrate, turn it off. I wouldn't even turn on vibrate, just for the fact that someone calls you and it starts vibrating and it's awkward. So just turn it off completely, or don't even bring it into the interview with you. Smile and listen. Another tip that I'm going to give out is when you're sitting in your chair, sit upright, don't slouch, don't lean on the table. You know, I always keep my hands kind of crossed, maybe keeping them in my lap, or I'll keep my hands on the table kind of like this or like this. Because I do a lot of hand motions and I talk a lot. And, you know, if you're leaning back and, you know, thinking you're the bomb.com, is that really a thing? Anyway, if you're doing that, it kind of looks like you're kind of cocky, and maybe they probably won't hire you, because, you know, you're all sprawled out. Or if you're all leaning on the table and you're just like, yeah man, yeah, cool. You know, just sit upright in the chair. Keep your back nice and flat, kind of like when our parents told us when we were younger, sitting at the table. Keep your hands kind of either in your lap, or keep them on the table like this, or keep them like this. But don't do any of the other stuff. Just sit upright, do that, you'll be okay. Another thing, ask questions. I know they ask you a lot of questions. You're bombarded with questions from the interviewer. So what you need to do is ask them questions. Do that. Build a rapport with them. That's one of the best things that I can mention in this video. Build a rapport with them. Because if you establish a relationship with them, people will like you more. If you're just there just answering questions like a robot, yes, no, well, I believe, no. Because you sound fake. You don't sound authentic. Talk to them. That's the whole purpose of the interview. So they can get to know you, you can get to know them. A lot of people forget about that, and they think, oh God, I just got to answer these questions. Okay, we just get through that, we'll be fine. No, talk to them, build a rapport. Ask them questions, comment. You don't want to go crazy on the comments. Sorry, not comments, but compliment them. Do that. Build a rapport with them. Talk to them. These could be your potential employer. So why not talk to them? Build that relationship right off the start, where you're not doing it later on down the road. Trust me, they'll like you a lot more for it. And you'll like them a lot more too. Remember, when you first go into an interview, shake hands. Always do that. Shake hands. And when you leave the interview, shake hands. That is important. So if you just walk in and just sit down, a lot of times they'll tell you when to come in and they'll tell you when to sit. Listen to them. That goes back to listening. Shake their hand. Be formal. It's just common sense. Why wouldn't you do it? You know, you're thanking them for the time. They're thanking you for the time. Shake hands. That's important. Do some research when you go into this interview. If you go into this interview totally blind, unless you can BS your way through it, which not many people can do, do some research on your target. So if you're going into this company and they're asking all these questions, if you don't know anything about the company, if you're just looking for a job, you're going to totally be dumbfounded, and you're going to be like, I don't know, and then you look stupid. Do some research. You don't have to go crazy on it. Get some background information. You know, Google is a wonderful thing these days. So Google the company you're looking at. Kind of get some research, when they started. Just basic facts. That way, so you can have a talk with them and you won't sound so stupid when they ask you questions. What do you think about this? How are you going to change it? And then if you don't know anything, you're just going to be like, and then you look dumb. And then they won't hire you. You don't want that. You want to be hireable. So do some research. These are just a few of the tips that I can give out. I'm sure there's a ton more. Just want to do some. I actually came back from an interview today, and yeah, I think it went well. I mean, I'm very good at interviewing. I don't really get nervous anymore. It's just me. Some people have it, some people don't. But hopefully these tips will help you when you go into that interview situation and you're just like, I don't know what to do. Do these steps. I mean, these are some of the steps that I do, and it helps. I still use a lot of these to this day, and it helps quite a bit. So if you're going into that interview and you need some help, do these steps. You'll be fine. If you're not, I'm sorry they didn't work for you, but they work for me. They're not going to work for everybody. Hopefully this helped you. My name is Justin Mann, here for Vagabond Daily. I don't know why I did that. Here for Vagabond Daily. Hope you're having a great day. It's kind of crappy out today, but it's Missouri weather for you. Catch you later. Good luck on the interview, and you know, I hope you get that job.